Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this look. First, I'm going to go ahead and take my Becca First Light Priming Filter Primer to go ahead and prime my skin. This is extremely good if you have really dry skin like me. It helps to give your foundation like a very glowy look, as well as to get rid of a lot of the dry patches that come along with having dry skin. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take my Tarte Rainforest SD foundation in the shade Fair Light Neutral, and I just use a little dropper there to put the drops on my face. And I'm going to grab my Morphe M439 to blend that out. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm not entirely sure what shade this is. I believe it's Fair Neutral. And I'm just going to put that in all the high points of my face. And I'm going to be using an E8 from Morphe to go ahead and blend that in. It does take a little bit longer than a beauty blender, but it does give a really nice finish when you do use this brush to blend in concealer, or even use it to do like spot foundation on spots that aren't getting covered as well. And then I'm just going to go ahead, when I get near my eye, I just use patting motions with this brush to make sure it really gets coverage, to make sure I don't have any dark circles or color discoloration in that part of my face, because highlighting really brings attention and color to that part of your face. Next, I'm going to go ahead and set my entire face using the Kat Von D Translucent Setting Powder. I am using the E41 from Morphe to just go ahead and brush that all over my face to make sure it doesn't go anywhere throughout the day, and make sure that it doesn't look too greasy. Next, I am going to go ahead and take an M437 with the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. This is in the shade, I believe, Sombre, to go ahead and contour my face. I go ahead and put it on each side of my forehead as well as the hollow of my cheeks, and then I go ahead and put it as well under my jaw, just to give a more defined look to my face. And that's where I'm putting in my jaw. This is probably my like the part that I concentrate on the contour the most, just to make sure I can carve everything out. Then I'm going to take that same M437 brush to go ahead and contour my nose. Next, I'm going to go ahead and move on to setting my under eyes. I am using the M432 brush to go ahead and do that. I also went ahead and set my nose with it. My forehead, as well as basically everywhere that I put that concealer earlier, and as well to clean up my contour a little bit. Next, I'm going to go ahead and do my brows. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Medium Brown. I'm also a really big fan of the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Medium Brow. I just really think her brow products are wonderful. Starting from about the middle of my brow, I'm going to go ahead and comb everything out, then start making the little hair strokes outwards. Then I'm going to go ahead and go back to the middle or front of my brow, I guess, and start filling all of that in. And just using light haired strokes, and right now I'm basically going and filling every place that I see doesn't have any product or needs a little bit more dimension to it. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and move on to the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids using the Urban Decay Original Eyeshadow Primer Potion. This works extremely well but the only thing about it is that it dries down extremely fast, so you have to work with it very quickly to make sure that actually works as a primer instead of just color splashed onto your eye. And then with this one, I just blend it out with my finger to make sure that I get coverage for it wherever I want it and get as close to my lash line without actually getting into my lashes as I can. If you do get the stuff into your lashes, once you are able to put your mascara on at the end of the entire look, it becomes really clumpy because it dries down into your lashes extremely easily. And just finishing this up, I also kind of use this product to clean up my brows, just because it does have a little bit of a almost beige tint to it. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and move into the eyes. I'm going to go ahead and define my crease. What I'm using today is the Jaclyn Hill palette. What I mostly did to do my crease is the shade Silk Cream, which is a really nice like warm brown shade, and I'm just putting that everywhere, defining it up, also pushing that color up a little bit and making sure that it's dark and giving my eyes a lot of dimension. Okay. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the shade Butter. In the Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm going to go ahead and use this color to deepen out my crease a little bit more, but instead of focusing that one upwards towards my brow like I was with the shade Silk Cream, I'm going to concentrate this one mostly inside of my crease. And then next, I'm going to go ahead and take that shade Butter once again. Really concentrate it on my outer corner as well as the inside of my lid to start building dimension for the halo eye that I'm going to be trying to do. And then all that's done, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Stila Shimmer and Glow liquid in the shade Kitten and just apply that all over the middle of my lid as a halo eye. Then take more of the shade Butter and try and buff that out. Next, I'm going to go ahead and wipe away the setting powder that I put under my eye, just as kind of like a shadow zone. I place that with the brush, let's see here. It was the E47. And then I'm going ahead and I am using the M432 to go ahead and place the colors under my eye. I'm using a combination of Silk Cream and Butter and a little bit of the shade Buns. I decided to add that in as well to give the eye a little bit more dimension on the outside as well as the very inner corner. And I'm just doing that at the moment. Okay. Just right now, I believe I'm blending out the shade Butter. I'm only taking that way about halfway down my the bottom of my eyelid. I kind of do my under eye shades the same way as I do the eyelid shades, in terms of like the crease, deeper crease, and then outer corner. Next, I am going to go ahead and take my this is my M213, and I'm going to go ahead and begin to highlight my inner corner as well as my brow bone. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. This was the Summer Glow Kit, and in that I am using the shade Summer, which I believe is the lightest shade in there, just to highlight everything and give the inner of my eyes as well as my brow bone a nice pop. Okay, now that that is all done, I'm going to go ahead and put eyeliner on. I am using the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in the shade Trooper. This is an extremely pigmented as well as easy to use black eyeliner, which I feel is really hard to use in a liquid eyeliner. It's really hard to find one that's actually easy to use, so I would recommend this one. And for my wing, I go ahead and I start by drawing a line out from the edge of my eye, bringing that down, and then connecting the inner corner with the outer part. Then I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. I believe I just use like this Revlon lash curler. It works. And then I'm going to apply mascara. I am using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which is my absolute favorite mascara of all time. And a little bit with this stuff goes a long way. Usually with most mascaras I have to coat a couple of times. That one I only need like one coat. Then I'm going to go ahead and add bronzer to my face. I am using the R2 brush from Morphe, and the reason I add bronzer on top of the contours because bronzer that I use is a little bit lighter, so it just gives the contour a little bit more dimension. And then I'm going to go ahead and highlight my face using the M510 as well as that same shade from the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit, the shade Summer. And just apply that on all the high points of my face as well as my upper lip, just so when I put lipstick on it gives it a little bit of an extra shine up there. Next, before I put on lipstick, I'm going to go ahead and put on my Fresh Sugar Advanced Therapy Lip Treatment. And then I'm going to go ahead and start off with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in the shade Trust Issues. And just start applying that all over my lips. Okay, and then we're all done. Lastly, we just got to set the face. We're using the Too Faced 3-in-1 Hangover Primer. And this is the finished look.